Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead today. I'm sitting here in my little miniature orchard. I have, as you can see, a couple of apple and pear trees behind me over here and some up on the hill. And I'm slowly but surely trying to turn this all into a basically permaculture system. You can probably see I have some strawberry plants behind me here. I have a whole bunch of echinacea and wildflowers and things over on this side, as well as some asparagus. And slowly but surely I've been putting, bushes in between all of the trees, and then underneath the bushes I've been starting to put in understory plants like these strawberries here. So today I'm going to go ahead and continue on my second terrace, which currently only has a couple of trees and bushes on it, and I'm going to put in, again, some more understory stuff to start filling out the system. So let's go check it out. This is the bed we're going to work on today. I have a pear tree here in the foreground. Back over here, that is a fig tree. Some high bush blueberry over there. And right in the middle, there is a honeyberry. It's looking very sad and kind of powdery mildewed this year. But regardless, on either side of this honeyberry now, I'd like to get some low-story plants in. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some strawberries on both sides of this. This here is actually a flower, so I'm probably going to let some of that remain. I also might leave some of the clover, because that's nice to have around. But I am going to try and pull this vetch, because this stuff is pretty competitive, so I'm going to try and get as much of this stuff killed. And then we'll go ahead and put a layer of dirt down on top of this. Okay, this is the strawberry patch where I got all the babies from. I've been pretty much trying to let this patch thicken out, but as you can see, I have tons and tons of little baby runners. So I just potted a few of these up a few weeks ago, just to see what would happen. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in the ground, and then if I have a lot of space left, I will come over here and harvest a few more and go stick those up in the new bed. Okay, so here's what I got to work with. As I said, I just potted them up and I didn't really do anything, so I do have some dead ones in here. I'm going to take all the living ones, which should hopefully have some roots in them now, and we'll get them planted up in these beds I just prepared. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys in here. Put them about 6 inches apart or so. We'll let them fill in at a later date as they get a little bit older. Out of there we go. This one's got some dead leaves. I'll get rid of those. Alright, I have somewhere on the order of 25 strawberry plants that I just put in this bed. I know some of them are pretty sad looking, but they are pretty resilient plants. I'm not really too worried about it. I'm sure at least 3/4 of these will take, which is plenty for what we need to do, because this bed will totally fill in next year with new little baby runners. In addition to these strawberries being put in as an understory plant, I'm going to come down here at this end of the bed. I'm going to put in some Egyptian walking onion. Now I picked this spot specifically because there's a trail on 3 sides, and then that tree up there, so it's kind of contained. These things can kind of take off and take over the universe if you let them. So I'm going to try and contain it here in this end of the bed, and I'll be able to keep the walkways pretty clear, I think, and keep it under control. So let's take a look at the bulbules and get them planted. Okay, these are the little bulbules for an Egyptian walking onion. I'm going to go ahead and plant these things. They don't have to get planted very deep, and I'm going to space them out pretty evenly throughout the bed, because these should continue to, walk and fill in the bed over time. When you go ahead and harvest these things, you can either harvest the bulbules and eat these like little tiny, tiny onions, or you use the green part just like you would a traditional green onion. Now hopefully, next year, I'm probably not going to harvest much. I'm going to let the bed kind of develop and continue to expand. And this should hopefully fill itself right in. least that's the plan. So we'll go ahead and see how that goes. A little shy on the dirt, but that's all right. It's one of the tiny ones. It's probably not going to grow anyways. Okay, that's it. It's time to put a little bit of mulch on these beds. Oh, look at all that good mycelium. All right, we're fully mulched in here. We've got our Egyptian walking onion and our strawberry patch all done. Now this is going to turn out to be a pretty productive area. I obviously have this bed up here, which is currently just doing annuals and kind of breaking in. But I'll later be treating it pretty much the same as this one. And this bed here, like I said before, we've got a fig, we've got a pear tree here, some blueberries over there, patch of rhubarb. Everywhere these little sticks are, I've planted some wildflowers. And then down on the trellis down here, I have a couple of grapevines growing. So it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice little productive zone. And I just got to give it a little bit of time to develop. Okay, obviously we're going to have to check in the spring to see how well things settle in. But if this patch of strawberries right behind me is any indication, I think that the strawberries in particular are going to do just fine. The walking onion is totally a crapshoot. I have no idea. I've never grown them before. But I'm pretty confident that they should do all right. It's going to be really nice to have multiple patches of strawberries. The deer and the chipmunks kind of clean me out every single year, so I would like to have little patches here and there throughout the yard, so hopefully they don't find them all and I actually have a few berries to harvest for myself and my family. The walking onion is going to be just great to have a perennial green onion that comes back every single year, and again you can eat the little bulbules just like a little tiny baby onion if you'd like to as well. Finally, the thing that's nice about both of these plants is the strawberries put out babies every single year. So as my beds grow, I can get more and more plant starts and actually sell those if I'd like. And same with the walking onion. Those are going to make bulbules every single year. And as the bed develops and I get more and more plants, I'm going to get tons and tons of bulbules. So those could also be a revenue source that I could sell those for people to start their own patches. So something to consider. Take a look into using strawberries and walking onion as an understory underneath some of your fruit trees. Thanks for watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon.